Hey, BookTube. Happy Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, however you want to do it, Latin Ampersand month. I can never form an opinion on these ethnic months. Even if you take the 20%, I think the Latinos are well over that by now, population in the States and divide it by 1/7 of the days, or no, 1/12 of the month, sorry. It's still weird, isn't it? Especially Women's Month. I mean, that should be 6 months, right? I mean, here we go. But whatever it is, it's even weirder this one, I found out, because it starts mid-month and ends mid-month. It starts mid-month, that's good, because September 15th and 16th and the 21st, those are the Independence Days of the Central American nations, Mexico, and I forget where else. So that's cool to start them then, but let them go on to Dia de los Muertos. I mean, give them an extra 2 weeks. Gosh, what's it going to cost you? But no, it's going to end in 2 weeks because it ends October 15th officially. Nonetheless, I will take the time that I take to honor this population, this tradition, this language. So listen, what I wanted to do is I'm a little disappointed with book two, but a lot of talk about diversity, but not many folks are really doing any prizes other than the Booker. You probably well know that I prefer the Nobel, but there are lots of prizes. Of course, the Goncourt for the French. There's the one I'm going to do today. Cervantes is one of the numerous prizes, probably the biggest, I would say, the most important for works in Spanish. Excuse me. Now, here's another vexed question. Does Hispanic month in the States, Canada as well, does anyone else care? Um, Include Spain, right? Um, we're going to include them. So basically, is Brazil in here? No, Brazil is not, however, although they're Latin. I mean, Italian is, and Portuguese is certainly a Latin language. Italian is a Latin language, etc., etc. Romanian. Um, we should have Romanian Latinos. That would fry everyone's brain. So basically, what I'm going to do is take you through this Cervantes Prize, highlight some of the ones that I've read, maybe look at a few that I would enjoy reading, because I've got a little tiny bit of money from my birthday on an Amazon card, I think it is. Um, and let you all decide what you would like for me to read this month and dissect for your viewing pleasure. So here are some of the winners of their Cervantes Prize. It is a prize for works written in Spanish from Spanish-speaking countries. It began in '76 with a Spanish poet named of Jorge Guillen, and I think he might be the only one or one of a few of the Spanish poets that I have read. So about a third of these years are going to be taken up by Spanish poets. I won't offer those up as an option for you. I might offer you a few poetry options just because it's a project. And I think I'd rather save that for a bigger chunk of time and energy. And I'm still in a little bit of a hangover from all the Spanish reading I was doing the last couple years in Honduras and Jalapa, Mexico. So the Spanish poets are Guillen, Alonso, D. Alonso, G. Diego, R. Rosales, R. Alberti, I may have read, D. M. Loinaz, Garcia Nieto, I think I've read, J. Hierro also, maybe, A. Caboneda, J. Margarit, and F. Brines. Don't be fooled by Joan Marguerite. It's not Joan. In fact, sadly, there are only 4 female winners, I think, from '76 to 2024. I don't have the 25 winner here. Yeah, so in the '70s into the '80s, we have one winner, one female winner in '89. Then in the 90s, we have one female winner in 92, Dulce Loinez. Then in the 2000, none. Weird. And then 2010s, we've got three. 2010, 13, and 18. And then we've got just the one so far in the 2020s, Cristina Peri Rossi in 21. All right, so in 77, the winner was Alejo Carpentier, one of the original, magical realists, a lot of good fun, wrote Pasos Perdidos, Eke Yambo O, and that's one I've read, so that's an option for you. Then we got a Spanish poet. 79 is Jorge Luis Borges, of course, the probably best short story writer ever, for sure. Wrote the Aleph, Ficciones, a bunch of short story collections. Amazing writer. Read him. He's on the menu for you if you're interested. Juan Carlos Onetti. Now he's Uruguayan. Carpentier is Cuban. Borges is Argentine. So Onetti wrote Vida Breve. I've read him, so that's an option for you as well. 81 is Octavio Paz, the winner also of the Nobel Prize from Mexico. That's he did Labyrinth of Solitude, for example. I've read him. He's an option for you. Then a couple Spanish poets. Then 84, we've got Ernesto Sabato. I read the Tunnel. That's definitely cool. That's an option for you as well. We've got 85 is one we'll talk about maybe later. 86 is one of the playwrights, one of the few, primarily playwrights, Antonio Buero Vallejo, Spaniard. Then 87 is Carlos Fuentes. He's a Mexican again. Wrote The Death of Artemio Cruz. I've read him. He's an option for you as well. So then 88 was the female winner, Maria Zembrano, and she's a philosopher. Now that I would love to read her. So that might be an option. Okay, then we've got the Paraguayan in 89. Augusto Roa Bastos, he wrote Yo el Supremo, Hijo del Hombre. I've read him when I was in Paraguay, and that's an option for you. Then 90 is Adolfo Bioy Casares, for the invention of morale. That's a very popular one on BookTube, so let's not pick that one. I've read him as well. Then in 91, we have Francisco. Oh, we'll come back to that one as well. Then we have a Spanish poet. Then 93, we've got Miguel de Ville. Oh, that's not going to do him. 94 now is Llosa. Mario Vargas Llosa from Peru. I've read him. Feast of the Goat. What else? Time of the Hero. That's an option for you. 95 is another Nobel winner as well, the Spaniard, Camilo Jose Cela. He wrote The Hive, Columna, which they also did an amazing Criterion film of, and the Familia Pascual Duarte. That's an option for you. I've read him. Then a Spanish poet. Then we've got 97, Guillermo Cabrera Infante. Three Trapped Tigers is how they translated, I believe. Tres tristes tigres. Say that 3 times fast. Tres tristes tigres. Tres tristes tigres. Tres tristes tigres. Not so easy. Read him. That's an option for you. Then a Spanish poet. All right. 99, we've got our Chilean. We'll come back to that one as well. Okay. Then 03, we got a non-Spanish poet we'll talk about in a minute. Whoops, I got skipped. 2000 is one we'll skip, but in 2001 is Alvaro Mutis, who I read one of his macro books, the Spaniard, so that's an option for you. Ilona with Tears, I'm not sure. And then 02 is probably not going to do that one. Okay, '03 is a poet option for you that's not Spanish. '04 is, and '05 are Spanish ones that we might come back to. Um, and then, excuse me, '05 is Mexican. '06 Spanish poet. '07 another non-Spanish poet we might do. '08 another option. '09. So as we get, you can see further back in time, I've read more of them, right? The more recent ones, I've read a lot less. So '09 is a Mexican I've not read. I might have read Pacheco. Not sure. 10 is Ana Maria Matute, the female winner. And then the Spanish, non-Spanish poet, excuse me, Nicanor Parra, we might do. Then we've got a couple more. Okay, 2013, here's one I've read, Elena Poniatowska. She wrote Noches de Tlatelolco. She's Mexican. She's an option for you. 2014 is Juan Goitisolo, I've read, I believe, a Spaniard. 2015 and 16 are playwrights again, Spaniard and a Mexican. Probably won't do the playwrights, just they're a little harder to come by. I enjoy reading plays, but we'll probably do poetry or a novel. 17 is Nicaraguan. We might come back to that one as well. 18 is a female winner, Ida Vitale, poet. Then we have a couple Spanish poets, then a couple non-Spanish poets, then a couple more options in 23 and 24. So let me tell you what those ones that we skipped were. First, the non-Spanish poets. We have 2003 Gonzalo Roja. He is Chilean. And then Juan Gelman in 2007 is Argentine. And Nicanor Parra in 2011 is again Chilean. Then we have Ida Vitale, Argentine? No, Uruguayan poet. Then Cristina Perirosi, who I may have read, another Argentine poet. And then Rafael Cadenas, who I'm pretty sure I've read, Venezuelan poet. So I would be willing to do any of those 6 non-Spanish poets, so Latin American poets, if you would like to do poetry. But I would prefer to do a novel. So here are some other novels that I've not read, but that are really tempting me. So I'll add those to the list. It would be a little extra work for me, but that's okay. So the 85 winner I'm very interested in. I've not heard of really any of these. It's Gonzalo Torrente Ballaster, and he wrote Rey Pasmado and The Cut Hyacinth Island, I think it is, and this Saga Fugue of J.B. So really interesting sounding. Fragments of the Apocalypse. I would definitely read him. Francisco Ayala from 91, I would be very interested in reading as well. Another Spaniard. These, I think, maybe all Spaniards. So he wrote Death to Dogs, Invention of Quixote, Fondo Vaso. Jorge Edwards from 99, that would be an interesting read for me. He wrote Origin of the World, House of Dostoevsky, Gueststone. No, he's Chilean, not Spanish. So that would be a fun Chilean read. I haven't read too many Chileans. Sergio Pitol is Mexican, so I should have heard of him. Well, anyway, I don't believe I've read him. And he has a historical detective series. And Desfile del Amor, del Corazon, I can't remember. So that would be a fun read. I would do that one for you. Or Juan Marce, who I might have read, I would maybe do for you. Últimas Tardes con Teresa. And this guy, Manola PJs, Manola Pajamas. Doesn't sound like a crazy gangster. So that would be a fun read for, he's a Spaniard, 2008. Then who else? Sergio Ramirez, Nicaraguan, from 2017 winner. Wrote Margarita, Esta Linda Mar. Heavens, a trilogy, Heavens, Cries for Me, I think. And what else? Luis Mateo Diaz. Fountain of Youth, Ruins of Heavens, the Cela cycle, um, Spirit of the Moor, not Moor as in Moorish Spain, but Moor as in the Moors, the highland marshes. I don't know what you want to call the Moors. The lastly would be the 2000 winner from Cisco Umbral, who wrote Mortal Spring and Nymphs. So any of those, if you want me to read somebody new, would also be an option for you. And I'll put these down in the description box, of course. And yes, hopefully that will tempt you to suggest something to me. And I'll give it a week or two and see who won. Probably weeks, plenty. I don't think people were commenting on my stuff that long after it pops up. No. My stuff will be found years in the future and appreciated beyond my wildest dreams. But anyway, yeah, so I would love to read something in Spanish for you this month, in honor of Hispanic, Latino, Latinx month. All right, pues felicitaciones, and well, hasta luego.